Hey guys, I am gonna do my weekly update. There's kind of some stuff, kind of not some stuff, so there's some stuff that I'm gonna get into more next week, but anyways, it has been a roller coaster of a week, dealing with my mom, dealing with stuff with my dad. We plan on making a trip up there. I'm not gonna say when, but we do plan on going up there to see him sometime in the near future. I don't know if it's necessarily the kids and I are going to stay up there. It's all going to depend upon how he is when we get there, being that, because I feel conflicted about what my mom's been telling me. My mom has been saying one day, like, she actually called me at 2 a.m. this morning thinking he wasn't going to make it through the night. And then today she calls me and she's like, he got up and he was teasing my cousins that were there. He was, aside from being weak, and she goes, he sleeps a lot, and I go, but is he sleeping or is he just laying there with his eyes closed? And it seems to be he's just laying there with his eyes closed because he can repeat conversations back to her. So he was teasing my cousin, my two cousins that were there. He was teasing his brother who was there. So I don't know what I'm gonna see when I get there. So the kids and I may end up staying there for the duration if we feel it's going to go quickly. And then my husband will just come home, and it also depends upon like getting a flight back for my husband to go back to work, because he doesn't have all that much time left off to take or to be up there for a long period of time. So that's kind of what's going on with my dad right now. I haven't talked to him on the phone, I guess. And this is where I'm also confused, because one minute she says he can't really talk, and then the next minute she's telling me he's mad at her and he's talking and basically perfectly fine to everybody else. So I don't know. We don't know if he's necessarily hanging on till we get there. I mean, there's lots of factors that are going to be involved. So there's that with the update for my dad. For my update, I had my doctor appointment. That's why we didn't go right away. I had my monthly doctor appointment, and it was actually only 3 weeks between the 2 doctor appointments. So I figured I hadn't lost much weight at all. In fact, I was kind of worried about, with the stress of this past week, I possibly gained, although I don't know why I was worried about that, because I'm not a stress eater. When I get stressed out, I actually stop eating, or I don't eat much at all. And I really haven't ate a whole lot. I may, and I know this is unhealthy in itself, I may eat 1 big meal a day right now because I'm so stressed, instead of eating throughout the day. So that's where I was with that, and I was actually concerned that I might have gained weight since the last time, but actually I lost, she said, about 4 pounds from the previous month. And she goes, actually the last couple months, she goes, in May you had lost 2 pounds, in June you had lost 2 pounds, and she goes, and now you've lost 4 pounds. So I mean, just in this little time frame, there's 6. And you know, some people, oh well, you should lose more in this time frame, it's been 6 months, you should have lost more than what you have. I've lost a little over 20 pounds at this point from when everything started and my doctor brought up doing the weight loss surgery. I am nowhere near where I should be, but some encouragement is that I belong to quite a few support groups, and in the support groups somebody asked the question, you know, before surgery, and you did your 6-month doctor follow, how many pounds on average did people lose, and what was your starting weight, and like what is your height, to kind of get a gauge. And a lot of people around my height and starting weight, there was one lady said she gained 4 pounds in the 6 months. Another person said they lost 3 pounds, and another one said 5. So I mean, it is encouraging that for my height and starting weight, I've lost more than the average person. And at this point, yes, I'm still going through with the surgery. Everything else is going to have to depend upon after my second MRI with the tumor on my liver to see if it shrinks or grows and what they're going to do with that. So surgery, the weight loss surgery, might be postponed longer than needed to be because of that. But I have time. I still have to do my group nutrition class. I actually was supposed to do that today, and I completely forgot that I had it today. And wait, I couldn't have done it today because the time they actually have it was when I was at my doctor appointment. So I need to get that done next month. I still am waiting for the cardiology appointment, like I said, when I was really upset about that. And I'm still not happy about the cardiology issue. Nothing was ever resolved about it. Basically, HR contacted me and said, well, that's our policy. It's like, really? Your app said nothing. The person that I talked to confirm the appointment said nothing about the copay. And other departments I've showed up to, and I have not had to pay a copay. And now all of a sudden, you're not going to see me because, yeah. So anyways, that is rescheduled for the 14th, I think. 14th or 15th of August. So I should be able to get my nutrition appointment done before that, because there's a class coming up in the next couple weeks too for that. So I just need to get that done, and I honestly, the cardiology appointment, and then I have one more monthly weigh-in because I needed to have a total of 7. It said 6 months, total of 7 visits. So it did. The clock didn't really start. The clock kind of started ticking when you saw your first, or saw the surgeon, and the 6-month clock didn't start until I had the first appointment with my doctor, and that wasn't until end of February, I believe. So I mean, it's encouraging, and I know some people might say, well, you've lost over 20 pounds, you know, why are you still considering the surgery? You clearly can lose the weight. It's because I have done this before. It's yo-yo. My weight yo-yos, it's been that way for a while. I will lose the 20 pounds, but then I will regain the weight back plus some, and I can't keep doing this. As well as I want to see my kids grow up. I want to be healthy for my children. I want to get off majority of my medications that I'm on. I don't think I've ever gone over, I mean, losing the 20 pounds, I've already been able to get off my cholesterol medication, although my doctor's like, you probably shouldn't have been put on it to begin with, because my numbers were so... She goes, your numbers were the high side and normal. She goes, so really I don't know why they put you on it to begin with. I have high blood pressure, which although as the weight's been coming off, my blood pressure's been getting better. Like honestly, I thought today I was going to go in and my blood pressure was going to be up. But actually it was the lowest it's been in a while. And I have the high blood pressure. I mean, even losing the 20 pounds, I've had asthma. I was diagnosed as an adult with asthma. And for the last 15 years, I was told I had asthma. And they redid and in fact, the last time I did my asthma test, I was told I was asthmatic. And she had my test redone in, I can't remember if it was May or June, but I said I had the breathing test. It was June. No. It was either the end of May or beginning of June. Since I didn't see her last month, I wasn't able to get the results till today. And she goes, actually, it shows you have no signs of asthma anymore. So that was another that was one medication that's completely, she has the inhaler still on there, but she's like, you don't need it. She wants to leave it on there because I am prone to getting bronchitis, and that time I got pneumonia out of the blue. So she wants me to keep it just in case, but she goes, as of right now, you don't really need it. Unless you start feeling like you're getting into the bronchitis, possible pneumonia again. So that was another medicine. So far, doing this, I've been able to come off 2. I'm also type 2 diabetic. I'm only on a pill for it, but the goal is to get me off of that. There's a genetic link for reflux for my family. My dad had it until he had gastric bypass. His dad had it, his mom had it. So I inherited the lovely reflux issue. And I've been on Prevacid for far longer than I should be. And every time we've tried to wean it off and put me on something else, it doesn't work. Prevacid is the only thing that works for me, but it's not healthy for your bones. They're actually showing that it's not exactly healthy for your heart. And that is why I picked the gastric bypass over the gastric sleeve, was to eliminate the gastric reflux. But once again, having the surgery, that's another pill I can come off of. So at this point, we're hopeful that by the time surgery is done, the only medication aside from the vitamins that I'll need to be on from the gastric bypass will be my thyroid medication, which there's a lot of people out there with thyroid issues, and they think that's part of the reason why my weight yo-yos is between the diabetes and the thyroid. So I know this video has gone on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, so I'm going to end it here. So hopefully I have more of an update on my dad next week, get a better idea of stuff that's going on there. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye.